Hello, I'm Tamesa Bruton. I'm a second grade teacher in Santa Rosa County. I love teaching second grade. It is actually my favorite. I've done it for probably 5 or 6 years, I think, out of my teaching career. And I enjoy that age group. They seem so perfect to me. They're independent, yet they still, they love the teacher and they still have that heart of like a little kid. So I truly enjoy them. Actually, I was inspired to become a teacher by my father, and a lot of my family. I have a lot of family members that are educators, but my dad is now a retired educator. He taught middle school for years and went into administration and retired as an elementary school principal. I got inspiration from him. He loved what he did. He still kind of has that connection to education now within our county. He loves it. And but I can't say that I knew right when I was going into college. I kind of fell into it because I was into a lot of other things like singing and pageantry, and so I kind of fell into teaching because I knew a lot of teachers, and again I thought, well, this will be a good route to take. So I'm glad I made the decision. Some of my greatest challenges as a teacher are, one, as I age. I've been teaching for about 17 years and 5 additional years in education, so a little bit over 20 years of educational experience. And my patience tends to, it gets to be a little hard because as a teacher, anyone who's taught knows that once you hit the door, you're on. The kids are ready, you have to be prepared, you're on your feet, you're always helping kids. There's not much time to just kind of sit and tune, so-called just have like a quiet moment. Like the entire day you're kind of on, you're doing things constantly. So as you continue on and get a little bit older, it gets to be a little bit more difficult because your energy can kind of waver a little. Also, from the top down, it can be a bit discouraging when we have so many changes in education, a lot of different requirements. I always love professional development. Always, as a teacher, you're always growing constantly, but sometimes you can feel like it's a lot to do in addition to trying to make sure you're doing the best job that you can as a teacher. And then these other things are put on you, these other requirements, whether it be taking classes or getting different certifications and things that change that come from the top down that we're required to do when there's already so much that we have to handle. And I can also say that one of the challenges is especially with little kids that I have, like 6, 7, 8-year-olds, some of them don't come from the best homes or the homes with the most support, should I say. So wanting to help these kids, wanting to purchase clothes for them or make sure that they're taken care of, and just knowing that is a boundary for them in order to learn, is because those boundaries are there at home. They're worried about eating or not having, the right clothes to wear or different things. So it's like you want to help all your kids who are in those positions and you feel like you just can't save the world. So it could be a bit discouraging when they don't have that support at home. They're not really catching on like they need to, and you feel like you can't be an end-all be-all, but you try your best to do what you can, but sometimes that it's only so much you can do as a teacher. For new teachers that are coming into the field, I would say just be patient with yourself. Don't expect to be perfect. I know that a lot of times we as teachers have this save the world mentality. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to do these great things, and then you go in and you see what it encompasses and it can be discouraging. But I would say you being there and trying is the best thing that you can do. And also that it does get better. The one thing about teaching is you may have a bad year. That's one of the things that I actually like about my job, is like every year is different. So of course, coming in new, you're learning new things, give yourself time to learn. Give yourself, be patient. Find someone on your grade level that's going to help you, or someone on your team that will be willing to work with you and show you the ropes, and that you can even vent to. You've got to have somebody that you can talk to and be honest and say, this is not working for me, or it is working for me. But again, making sure that you're patient with yourself, and know that if you have a bad year, first year or two, it could be, it does get better. For students, people who are in an education program to study to be a teacher, I would say stick with it. I know that you hear all the rumors about, some are not rumors, about a teacher shortage and people not going into the field, but we need good, dedicated people. So stick with it. And if you know that you love children, if you know that you can make a difference, don't be swayed by what you hear, because there are always like ups and downs when it comes to education. It's never a constant. It's always, things are ever changing, and sometimes the changes are good and sometimes they're bad, but they're not all bad. And I think the media might put it out there like they're all bad things, but they're not. There are positives that are out there as well. It's just easier to get the attention of people when you feed negative news to others. So I would just encourage you to stick with that field. If you felt that way going into school, then there was an obvious reason that you chose that path. So give yourself, time, give yourself the chance to do that, and I think you'll probably find that you'll like it more than you think.